So last night I was laying in bed and I was thinking, oh my God, I just realized that I've been on YouTube for 8 years. That's crazy, right? So I started my first YouTube channel back in 2017. This is my second YouTube channel, and I was able to grow that YouTube channel to about 15,000 subscribers in spite of not being consistent. And then I started this YouTube channel in 2019. And the sole purpose of this YouTube channel when I first started this YouTube channel was so that I can have a place where I can post the replays of my book club meetings. So it was in 2019 where I started this channel, and we were already doing book clubs, but the main purpose of this YouTube channel was for me to post the recordings of our live book club meetings so that the ladies that missed it can listen to it, because in the beginning the book club meetings were not recorded. What a lot of you all don't know, especially my newbies, is that I have hundreds of videos on this channel, hundreds of videos, but they are all unlisted because they are for my patrons. And quick shout out to my patrons, thank you so much. I'm so lucky to have loyal followers, because I have followers that have been following me since 2018, and I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I was wondering, why is it so difficult to make it on YouTube? Like, why is YouTube so hard? Like, why is YouTube so slow? Because let me tell you something, YouTube will humble you. But you all know me, I always try to find the spiritual meaning of everything, and you all wait until I tell you what I found. If you think things happen by accident, it doesn't. All you have to do is learn gematria, learn numerology, and learn astrology, and you are going to be shocked by how much things that people think is an accident isn't really an accident. Like, everything has like some kind of destiny or something. Like, I can't explain it, but I'm gonna try not to ramble too much and get to the point. Okay, so if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or you already have a YouTube channel and you're struggling, keep listening, because once you understand the spiritual meaning behind how this platform works the way it works, it's going to make so much more sense to you. And I promise you that moving forward, it's going to be a lot easier for you to understand and put out your content and grow. So this was at 3 a.m. in the morning, y'all. I was up thinking about this, and I was like, you know what, let me go and Google YouTube's launch date. I know it was launched sometime in 2005, but I don't know exactly when. And y'all, when I looked up YouTube's birthday or launch day or whatever, it was February 14th, 2005. Okay, so of course I was like, let me do the numerology. So I'm going to start with the numerology first, and then I'm going to do the astrological breakdown, right? YouTube's launch date or birth date adds up to a number 5. So YouTube is a number 5 life path. If you don't know your life path number, you can go on one of those websites, life path calculators, and find out. But YouTube is a number 5, and the life path number 5 represents freedom, innovation, change, adaptability. And I'm like, that's crazy, because this is not an accident, because YouTube completely changed the way we consume media, completely. And I'm talking about traditional media, okay? Because I remember traditional media was shaking in the boots, because they were like, what, YouTube? People are getting famous on this website? Like, ew. Back in 2005, there was no way that you would find a celebrity on YouTube, or Fox News or CNN or whatnot on YouTube. All them people are on YouTube. Legacy media is on YouTube. So the number 5, life path number 5, is also associated with communication, adaptability, curiosity, and a desire for exploration, which completely fits YouTube. Okay, YouTube is Gen Z, right? YouTube revolutionized the way we communicated globally, the way we consume media and everything. So this is by design. When I tell you these things are by design, everything's happening for a reason, nothing is happening by accident. This is what I mean. Like, this is literally what I mean. So the number 14th, which is the day, February 14th, is a karmic number. So if you were born on days like the 14th or the 19th or whatnot, you do have karmic debt. So number 14 is definitely a karmic number, which carries the vibration of freedom and discipline. No, it carries the vibration of freedom through discipline. Okay, so you're not just gonna get the freedom. Okay, there needs to be discipline. So now is it sinking in? Like, is it sinking in now? Because I'm like, oh, okay. So like I was saying, it carries the vibration of freedom through discipline and the lessons of using freedom responsibly. And this number, the number 14, it usually appears in charts that you're going to find it in charts of people or ventures that basically changes the way people think and act. And YouTube has definitely done that. So overall, this number itself, the number 14, it basically explains how YouTube works, right? Because YouTube's role as a tool for self-expression and transformation of how humans interact and engage with media is fascinating. And then when I tell you the matrix is real, this is why I believe in simulation theory. Because what do you mean? Okay, so in 2005, when you add up 2005, it adds up to a number 7. And what does the number 7 mean? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. So 7 is the number of analysis, introspection, and research, and of course spiritual wisdom. So this number is deeply connected to innovation and the search for truth. So YouTube is used as a tool to do research because there are so many countless how-to videos on YouTube. Like, you can search on YouTube, like anything you want to learn, you can search it on YouTube. Okay, fascinating, right? And of course you're going to find a lot of spiritual teachings on this platform as well. So if you still think YouTube is an accident, everything the way it happens, this is why, ladies, this is why you should study astrology and stuff like that. So when you want to launch certain things like a new business or a new idea or something like that, you choose the perfect date and time to do that, because you can do it. Like, for example, I would never launch anything new on a Saturday. I wouldn't do it because Saturday is the day of Saturn. Remember that word Saturn, because it's going to come up a little bit later on. But like, I feel like if you want to launch something new, do it on a Thursday. Like the day of Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Okay, you want something to expand, you launch it on a Thursday. You want people to take action, you get them to do it on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? So now for the astrological breakdown. What is wrong with me? Anyways, so as you know, February 14th, YouTube is Aquarius. We are in the age of Aquarius. Pluto, the generational planet, is in Aquarius right now. I mean, this is not a coincidence. I do not believe in coincidences. Nothing happens by accident, okay? I don't believe in coincidences, but I mean, most people will think it's a coincidence when you really, align, when you really look at it. I don't know. But anyways, YouTube is on Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus and Saturn. So Uranus is a planet of innovation, technology, and disruption. Aquarius is all about technology as well, and of course disruption. Okay, and when I say disruption of not disruption, but Aquarius is more like the rebellious sign, rebelling against legacy, rebelling against the old and bringing in the new. Saturn is the planet of discipline, restriction, hard work. Okay, so all my astrology girlies, you all already know that Saturn is not our favorite planet, but the more I learn about Saturn, the more I begin to appreciate Saturn. Okay, nobody really likes Saturn because Saturn is like, it's like that old man that is so strict. So Aquarius energy aligns perfectly with YouTube. Okay, so Aquarius is all about humanitarian, visionary, technology, forward thinking, and of course detached objective. So it perfectly aligns with YouTube's mission, right? Connection. Regular people, normal people are now able to become famous and become successful in media, completely removing the gatekeepers and the middleman. And this is why Hollywood and legacy media were shaking in their boots, because I remember seeing videos of people in the news And when I say people in the news anchors and basically the news making fun of YouTube and making fun of people getting millions of views. I remember those days. So if you're old enough to remember, let me know in the comments. So Aquarius rules the internet. YouTube is an Aquarius. YouTube is a 5 life path number. Everything is aligned so perfectly. This was supposed to happen. This was by design. All right, so why, now that we know this, why is it so difficult to make it on YouTube? Why is it that most YouTubers, especially all the big YouTubers, because it's very, very rare that people get on YouTube and just blow up immediately. And the ones that do, that just post like maybe their first 5 videos and then they blow up and they become viral, nothing happens after that. So most people will tell you that they are posting videos and nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. When I posted my first video on my other channel, which was a makeup video, I think I got like maybe 11 subscribers. I got about 11 people to subscribe to me, which was friends and family, obviously. But yeah, it was humbling, okay? And that first video was so cringe. When I tell you it was cringe, all right? Now, this is how YouTube will humble you. But we have to remember that life path number 5 represents freedom through discipline. YouTube is an Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Saturn is a planet of discipline, restrictions, hard work, struggle. So it's obvious that in order for you to make it on YouTube, you have to struggle. You have to grind. Unless you're already coming on here with an audience from another platform, you are going to struggle on this platform. TikTok is so different because I haven't done any research on TikTok yet. Okay, I probably wouldn't, because TikTok is a whole new different energy. If I do, I wouldn't make a video about it, but I invite you to do it yourself. So I've been grinding on YouTube recently, and when I tell you, I'm exhausted. I'm putting out like 3 videos a week and I'm exhausted. I don't know how people post a video every single day, okay? Because I don't even know where the camera is because this light is on my, I'm just testing out my new ring light. Oh my God, forgive me. But last night I was thinking, this is giving Saturn energy. Like, what the hell? This is giving Saturn energy. This is so Saturn, right? Ugh. Saturn is not fun. We gotta remember that Aquarius has a dual. So, I forgot to show out my packages. Anyways, where was I? Aquarius has a dual energetic signature. So we have Uranus, okay, which is sudden breakthroughs, innovation, and disruption. Then we have Saturn, which is, of course, discipline, time, restriction, and long-term success. So when you become successful on YouTube, you're going to be successful for a long time, because that's how Saturn rewards you, okay? Because I made a video on my Patreon where I basically was, comparing Saturn to Moloch and Baal, all right? I like talking about, metaphysical stuff, esoteric topics, or whatnot. So if you missed that video on my Patreon, go ahead and watch it. Yo, sign up to my Patreon. Sign up to my Patreon. Come join my book club. Sign up to my Patreon, okay? You are going to get a lot of value. So because YouTube is Aquarian, it basically requires a Saturnian consistency and discipline, obviously. And of course, most importantly, patience. Like I said, YouTube will humble you. If you started a YouTube channel and it didn't get anywhere, this is why. If you are posting on YouTube and you're not getting any views, this is why. Saturn wants you to work like a dog. Saturn wants you to struggle, because that's the energy of Saturn. And I'm telling you, once you learn how to work with Saturn, the rewards, when the rewards come, when the success come, you are going to be amazed. You're not gonna be able to believe it. Every single YouTuber that was able to grind through all the resistance and the humbling by Saturn, they will tell you that it was well worth it. The struggle was worth it. So Saturn influence and success is good simply because it lasts longer. When the success comes, it lasts. There are people that they were able to gain success and they maybe post 1 video every 3 months and they're still successful, they are still making money. Because at the end of the day, Saturn is the great teacher. Saturn is a lord of karma. Saturn is the planet of time and mastery. You gotta master yourself. You gotta stop expecting things to come to you easily. It doesn't. Okay, especially on this platform. Not on this platform. You can get things to come to you easily on somewhere else, but not on YouTube. Hell no. And let me tell you something. If you are starting a YouTube channel to make money, you will get humbled so fast. Saturn will deal with that ass, okay? And I'm also speaking from experience, by the way. But Saturn delays, but it never denies. It's going to delay your success. It's going to delay everything. Like, you're going to feel like you are going to be up at night questioning, why the hell am I doing this? What's the point of all of this? I'm going to use a perfect example. There's a YouTuber or a streamer, whatever they call him, named Kai Cenat. And I saw a video about him, and y'all, he was posting on social media. He posted, his first upload was on Facebook years ago, okay, when he was a kid. Like, he was a kid. No one was watching. No one was watching. But you know what? He worked through that grind. He worked through the resistance. He did not give up. YouTube rewards people who build so slowly and consistently show up. So this slow burn to success on YouTube is extremely Saturnian. Because I was sitting up here thinking, like, what the hell? And then when I went and I did the research, and I was like, oh my God, everything is making so much sense now. Okay, because recently I have been grinding. Like, I dedicated 2025 to invest time and energy onto this channel, because I was shocked when I realized that this channel is 6 years old. I have hundreds of videos on here, but not a lot of subscribers. Because you know, my work was, you know, on Facebook, on Patreon, mostly underground. You know, so this is the first time, like, I'm actually really putting myself out there. And you know, I'm very grateful for all my new subbies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But you know, I know you all are enjoying my, you know, my spiritual breakdowns, and I enjoy doing them too, because I feel like not a lot of people are doing that in YouTube. So yeah, all I can tell you is that Saturn will not let you bypass the grind. It will not. Okay, if you think you can, good luck with that. Okay, I mean, this shit, it feels like a full-time job. Okay, and then the money that you get from the ads is embarrassing. Like, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, you know. I mean, and by the way, thank you for the ladies that watch a couple ads and stuff and instead of skipping all the ads. Thank you so much. But YouTube AdSense is nothing, okay? Especially when you have a small channel. So if you think you can come on here and be inconsistent and be taking breaks and stuff like that, like, no, you are not going to be rewarded, okay? Case in point, look at me. I'm at 6,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping that I get to 10K subscribers by the end of at least by the end of 2025. At least by the end of 2025. Okay, if I don't, I'm not gonna be happy about it, but you know what, it is what it is. That means that I'll probably have to struggle. Saturn is gonna make me struggle for not being consistent all these years. So there you go. Does the algorithm have a part to play in all of this? Yes, but it's not just the algorithm. This shit is spiritual, okay? It's spiritual. What does this mean to creators, especially small creators like myself and new creators? Remember, patience is everything. Astrology, Saturn, patience. Numerology, the number 14, discipline, okay? Saturn, energy, you gotta remember strategy and structure. Saturn is all about structure. Saturn wants structure, okay? The karmic number 14, responsibility with freedom, because success in YouTube is going to give you freedom. When it comes to Saturn, on the astrological side of it, you need long-term vision. When it comes to the number 14, the energy of the number 14, you have to avoid shortcuts. Avoid the shortcuts. There are a lot of people that are looking for shortcuts. There are people that make an entire platform, an entire business on telling people how to grow on YouTube and how to get a bunch of subscribers and how to, you know, there's a lot of people telling you to do that. Nobody is telling you to just post a damn video and show up every single day. Well, not every day, but show up consistently with discipline. Maybe some of them are, but I'm telling you all, you need to stop watching those videos, because I used to watch those videos and, you know, I used to be looking at, you know, YouTube strategies. No, Every single successful YouTuber, they struggle, they grind. When it comes to Saturn, you have to remember that authority comes with mastery, all right? And with the 14 karmic number, you need authentic consistency. Authenticity is so important, all right? Because there are a lot of fake people out there, and most of us can tell because the veil has been lifted, and I feel like nowadays we can just smell when someone is fake. But yeah. So this is not just about the algorithm. This is astrological and numerological law. It doesn't lie. At the end of the day, YouTube is an Aquarian, Saturn and Uranus child with a karmic number 14 soul contract. I know it's just you know, it's a social media platform. Social media platforms don't have souls, but you know, that's beside the point. So when it comes to YouTube, success comes to those who serve a purpose bigger than themselves. That's the Aquarian energy. That's Aquarius, all right? It comes to the people that embrace the structure and stay the course. That is Saturn. And for the people that balance creativity with discipline. That's the number 14. So if you're building your channel and it's slow, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. What you are doing wrong is not being consistent and not grinding and thinking that, you know, I just need that one video to go viral. I don't have a single viral video on this channel. Not one. And you know, I would love for a video to go viral, but then again, any video that does okay on this channel, I get a bunch of trolls, okay? Like any video on my channel that has more than 10K views, there were a lot of trolls under those videos. So yeah, can you imagine a video that goes viral, that gets hundreds of thousands of views or even millions of views? That would be crazy. I wouldn't be able to moderate that. Okay, so I don't think I'm ready for that, but then again, I don't know. I'm good. I'm pretty good with ignoring trolls. I do not know what I'm going to title this video, and I know this video is random. Like, this is such a random topic, but you know, I just wanted to come on here and share this with you all. And you know, y'all have been really enjoying, you know, like my spiritual, metaphysical content, and I really appreciate that. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if there's something else, or maybe a person or a company, a business or something like that that you all would like me to do an astrological and numerological breakdown. But yeah, thanks for watching.